Awesome. Welcome to the webinar. We're gonna just wait just a minute here for everybody, give everybody a chance to join. I think the rule, most of the meetings I go to is 2 to 3 minutes and you're still on time. So give about 30 more seconds to 2 minutes. So I'm actually in Austin, Texas. I don't know if y'all could tell by my use of the word y'all or the Longhorn in the background. I did go to UT and just never left. Austin, Texas has become quite the tech hub. Very, very hot this summer. And we'll just give it another minute before we get started. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna go for it, actually. We'll just spend a little bit of time on this first slide. My name is Ben Dean. I am the Director of Sales Development here at Dazz. And today we're going to talk about how the Dazz Remediation Cloud should be the backbone of your CNAPP, which is a cloud native application protection platform. You can see from this slide here, the Black Hat logo. This is a version of a presentation that we gave at Black Hat, which was a very successful conference this year. We've just extended it out and are going to talk a little bit more about not just CNAPPs, but some of the things that we're seeing today when it comes to CNAPPs and where Dazz can come in and help solve a lot of the pain points and problems that we're hearing from cybersecurity leaders pretty much every single day. So to go ahead and get started, let's talk about what a CNAPP is. It's a mouthful. I already said it once, but I'll say it again. Cloud Native Application Protection Platform. This is a simplified view of a CNAPP from Gartner, and the actual definition is a unified set of security controls designed to secure and protect cloud native applications across development and production. But really what a CNAPP is going to require in order to really be classified as a CNAPP is three major components. One, the first being it should be a CSPM. Two, it should be a CIEM included in there, a Cloud Infrastructure Entitlement Management. And the third component would be a Cloud Workload Protection Platform, a CWPP. But they can pretty much include all the cloud scanners that you're seeing out there in infrastructure as code scanner, container scanning, artifact scanning, and you can see on the screen that 5 of the biggest CNAPP vendors out there that we actually saw at Black Hat as well: Lacework, Qualys, Orca, Sysdig, and Wiz. We all integrate with. In fact, fun fact, Wiz has the same investors as Dazz, and we are even in the same building for our headquarters in Tel Aviv. So that is a fun fact. All right, moving on. So why are CNAPPs such a big deal? Why are you here? So there are 3 main factors that we see when driving people bringing in CNAPPs into their multi-cloud environments. The first is that security teams need to be able to unify risk visibility across the entire application lifecycle. So CNAPPs actually will connect the dots to help the security teams understand risk across all of the cloud applications. The second driver is always a big one. It is a desire to reduce complexity and consolidate the number of security vendors that they have. It's the infamous one pane of glass that you hear from so many vendors out there. Having your CSPM, your CWPP, your CIEM, all the scanners I mentioned on the slide before, is a huge advantage to have all of those within one tool working together. And the final reason, CNAPP offerings are going to enable the construction of guardrails, so to speak, for a modern cloud native application development pipeline. So modern DevSecOps teams need modern solutions that balance security and speed, and more importantly, are not slowing down digital innovation. In a perfect world, you have to imagine it like a racetrack and the developers are driving these race cars, and the guardrails are really only going up when there is a critical issue. And that sounds really cool, but what is really happening? Well, what's really happening is that these CNAPPs and scanners are giving off a lot of noise. Specifically, security teams are now dealing with an avalanche of alerts from all the data, from all the CNAPP tools, and there's not a lot of context, right? You're getting false positives, you're getting duplicate alerts, you're getting quadruplicate alerts, sometimes if you have multiple tools across multiple clouds, and then you're getting a lot of non-critical alerts. And then hiding in all of that are your critical alerts. And then also, to add on to all that, is that CNAPPs can only help you remediate the issues that they see. When it comes to the tool sprawl in your environment, they don't always have 100% holistic visibility into your CI/CD pipeline. So that has been a huge factor, as there are shadow deployments and gaps in cloud security that many teams are unaware of. So just want to drill down onto that reality a little bit more. So CNAPPs, CSPMs, DAS, SAS, all these tools, they're causing detections to go off the charts. Companies are investing in all these tools in cloud security, and they almost need a full-time team just to be able to handle all the alerts that are coming their way and to be able to remediate them, right? So threats and misconfigurations, they're everywhere, and the critical vulnerabilities are going unremediated because there's just so many of them. And we're hearing this from security teams every single day, that they're getting too many alerts with no real way to effectively remediate them. And they're getting the same alerts over and over and over and over again. And it's leaving companies open to attack. And now Gartner's coming out and they're saying that 99% of all the breaches that are being caused in cloud security over the next few years will have been preventable. But I want to just drill down into the problem even more and talk about the why behind that 99% preventable breach number from Gartner. So it's because remediation is taking too long. The criticals are going unfixed as they're lost in all of that noise, and the risk window is wide open. So the current best state for most companies with these alerts from these CNAPPs and scanners and different cloud security tools is that maybe there's a central repository and they're going and manually figuring out which alerts to and vulnerabilities to address first. It's a manual process. Then after they prioritize them, they have to ask, who's the owner? Who's going to fix this? Who developed this? Who committed the code? Lots of info is being tossed from the security team over to the dev team, and without any real context. And the developers are having to stop what they're doing and are having to research the cause, find the code owners, and then manually go out and fix issue after issue, never really fixing anything at the root cause. This is one of the top issues that security leaders are facing today when we talk to them when it comes to their cloud security. So, but there is a solution. So Dazz is approaching this issue differently. So we have the reputation and experience here at Dazz from ex-Microsoft Cloud Security leaders, Merav Bahat, our CEO, and Tomer Schwartz, our CTO. They have a deep understanding of this problem when it comes to the gap in remediation, lack of remediation, due to all of the overwhelming noise from all these cloud security tools. First, Dazz connects using read-only APIs to your code repositories and cloud environments. Then we use AI and LLM to graph the complete environment from code to cloud. Today, we have over 50 integrations. You can see them all on the screen. And we have new ones being added all the time. Our prospects will request an integration, and we will go out and add it. That's how close we are to our prospects and our customers. So then what Dazz will do after we're connected via all these integrations, we go and we'll clean up all of those alerts and we'll use our patented smart root cause analysis to prioritize the critical alerts. We then serve up those critical alerts to the dev team, provide the context on the issue, give the exact person who committed the code, and even serve up the exact line of code with the fix. This is changing the game, as we know, and this is why our customers are so excited about what we're doing here at Dazz. Let me give you an example. So we had one of our first customers we were in POV with before they were a customer, and that is when Log4j came out. So our customer, a large enterprise organization, received over 17,000 alerts of vulnerable containers in their environment just from Log4j. Pre-Dazz, that would have all just gone into a ticketing system, right? They'd have gotten 17,000 tickets and just had to work through them, figure it out. Very manual. Then maybe there'd have been some prioritization done with those tickets, then the engineers would have to go fix them. But first they have to go out and figure out, like, where's that code? What's the root cause? Who needs to fix it? Log4j was a big problem for a lot of companies. So because Dazz and POV had already mapped out their entire environment, Dazz was able to take those 17,000 vulnerable container alerts and identify within seconds that there were only 142 Docker files that were the root cause of the issue. And if you went and fixed those 142 Docker files, you could resolve all of those 17,000 alerts like that. So this is really where the context from code to cloud comes in, because a lot of organizations are just treating alerts and vulnerabilities symptomatically. I get alerted about the vulnerability from my CNAPP, and I go fix the vulnerability. It's very reactive, it's very time consuming, and the issues and alerts will just keep coming because nothing's being fixed at the root cause. So again, this is where Dazz comes in. Dazz helps you get more value out of your CNAPP and investments because Dazz can seamlessly fit into your DevOps world and help you integrate at every step. You can discover and prioritize security issues across all of your CNAPPs, your SCAs, your SAFs, your DAFs. We have 50 integrations and counting. We're adding them every single day. We use AI and LLM to correlate your data and automatically discover the vulnerabilities and misconfigurations across your code, containers, and your multi-cloud environment. You immediately get context on these alerts with the root cause of the problem. So you can take actions to fix them all in just one fell swoop. Also, Dazz helps you build a single consistent data warehouse for all your security findings, a data lake, if you will, regardless of your tools. That way you have a single remediation process for your multi-cloud environment. And lastly, Dazz lets you extend remediation visibility to the business unit leaders and engineers. We have an incredible reporting system and ticketing system that we've integrated into Dazz. So they can see that the remediation time, the MTTR, the mean time to remediation goals, are making progress, and you're getting on that path to 0 critical alerts. When I was at Black Hat, people would come up to me and point at our booth and say, like, how are you getting these enterprise customers down to 0 critical alerts? Like JLL, Takeda, Emerson, some of the largest enterprise companies out there, some of them are reporting to us that they're getting down to 0 critical alerts for the first time ever. But you don't have to be an enterprise company either to get value out of Dazz. One of our most vocal customers is Abnormal Security. They are a startup like us, and they have about 200 to 300 employees, and they are finding their code owners, fixing code, eliminating having to go after and manually fix the same issues over and over and over. So they can spend time developing and less time fixing, right? So let's talk a little bit more. Just don't take my word for it. IDC actually published a report on the business value of Dazz, and you can find it on our website. They conducted interviews with Dazz customers to report both on the qualitative and quantitative benefits achieved with Dazz. And you can see the results here, right? 28%, they're 28% quicker to resolve issues. They're 28% less time spent locating risk sources. They're spending 38% less time researching and fixing issues, and 44% less time is spent identifying the root cause of issues and who the code owners are. And I definitely think you should go out and check our Gartner peer reviews. They're the best I've ever seen. And we're definitely solving pain points and issues that just haven't been solved for some of these customers yet to this day. So, in summary, Dazz is all about perspective. You get that full, holistic, overarching view of your CNAPP, your scanners, your CI/CD pipeline, and you get it from code to cloud, right? When you get those reports from your CNAPP, it only sees what's in the cloud. Dazz is going to give you everything from code to cloud in just one tool. Using Dazz, you can automatically deduplicate your alerts, prioritize the critical issues, find the code owners, you can remediate the vulnerabilities, and you can get to that root cause super fast with recommended fixes. Instead of taking months to solve one of these global issues like Log4j, our customers are solving them within days, if not hours. So the result there is the risk window will close for your company once you have 0 critical alerts. So it will close from months to weeks to days. And the risk window is closing faster and faster for our Dazz customer as the platform grows and grows. So we have an amazing marketing team here at Dazz. I highly recommend you go out and check out the website under the Learn More page. We have phenomenal content. The IDC report that I mentioned, we recently released a guide, Cloud Security Remediation for Dummies. That is a bestseller already. And then the bottom 3 on that list, those white papers are fantastic. But I can tell you we've had a phenomenal response to the guide to building a secure SDLC. A lot of traction around that one, a lot of people interested in the expertise that our ex-Microsoft cloud security leaders are bringing to the table when it comes to remediating cloud vulnerabilities fast and at the root. So, just want to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening and coming to our Wednesday Wisdom. Again, my name's Ben Dean. If you have any questions, feel free to email ben@dazz.io. I'm here in Austin, Texas at my computer all the time. I will answer quickly and hopefully accurately. So thank you.